My brothers and sisters, we live in a time when worry and stress consume us. We overthink, we panic, we lose sleep over things that may never even happen. But Allah reminds us in the Quran, and whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. Surah At-Talaq 65:3. My beloved brothers and sisters, worrying too much does not change your situation. What changes your situation is trusting Allah, making an effort and letting go of unnecessary stress. Let's go over 5 key reminders to help us stop worrying too much. Your worry won't change Qadr, destiny. My beloved brothers and sisters, how many times have we lost sleep over something that was already written? How many moments of peace have we sacrificed because we kept replaying situations in our minds, thinking we could have changed them? But the truth is, our worry does not change what Allah has already decreed. Allah reminds us in the Quran, no disaster strikes upon the earth or among yourselves except that it is in a register before we bring it into being. Indeed that, for Allah, is easy. Surah Al-Hadid 57, Ode 22. Everything that happens in your life, every test, every difficulty, every success, it was already written before you were even born. So why let worry consume you when the pen has already been lifted and the ink has dried? Yes, we must take responsibility for our actions, we must make an effort, we must strive for what is good, but at the end of the day, Allah's plan will always prevail. You can worry all night about something, but if Allah has written ease for you, it will come. You can stress endlessly about the future, but if Allah has written success for you, it will arrive at the right time, no matter how impossible it seems. Look at the life of our beloved Prophet. He faced hardship after hardship, mockery, rejection, loss of loved ones. But he never allowed worry to consume him. Why? Because he trusted in Allah's decree. When he and Abu Bakr were in the cave during the Hijrah and the enemy was right outside, what did he say? Do not be sad. Indeed, Allah is with us. Surah At-Tawbah 9:40. This is the level of conviction we need to have. My brothers and sisters, when we realize that our excessive worry does not change what Allah has decreed, we learn to let go of unnecessary stress. We learn to work hard, make dua, and leave the rest to Allah. Because nothing that is meant for you will ever miss you, and nothing that is not meant for you will ever reach you. Hardships are temporary. My beloved brothers and sisters, how many times have we felt that our pain will never end? How many times have we gone through a difficulty and thought, this is it, I won't make it through. But look at yourself today. You are still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. What does that tell you? It tells you that no hardship lasts forever. Allah in His infinite mercy reminds us in the Quran, indeed with hardship comes ease. Surah Ash-Sharah 94:6. Not after hardship, but with hardship. That means while you are struggling, Allah has already placed relief somewhere in your journey. It may be hidden, it may not be obvious, but it is there. The night may seem long, but the sun will rise. The storm may be intense, but it will pass. Look at the trials faced by the prophets. Yusuf was thrown into a well by his own brothers, yet he became a leader. Musa stood before the Red Sea with an army behind him, yet Allah made a way for him. Ayub lost everything, his health, his wealth, his family, yet his patience brought him a last forever. Why do you think yours will? Sometimes we feel as if our difficulties will break us. But my brothers and sisters, your hardship is not there to destroy you. It is there to strengthen you. It is through struggle that we grow, through patience that we earn Allah's rewards, and through tests that we draw closer to Him. Think about the mother who goes through the pain of childbirth. At that moment it feels unbearable, but as soon as she holds her child, she forgets the pain. That is life, my brothers and sisters. Allah allows you to go through a little bit of hardship, but in return He grants you something beautiful. You just have to hold on a little longer. Ease is coming. Worry less. Make more dua. My beloved brothers and sisters, how many times do we sit and overthink, allowing worry to consume us? We keep repeating the same thoughts, imagining the worst, stressing over things that are beyond our control. But tell me, has worrying ever solved a problem? Has overthinking ever brought peace to the heart? No, it only makes things worse. Yet Allah has given us a simple, powerful solution, dua. Instead of sitting in worry, turn to the one who controls everything. When life feels heavy, raise your hands. When your heart is restless, pour it out to Allah. He is listening. He knows your pain even before you speak. The Prophet said, nothing changes destiny except dua. Subhanallah, that means your dua has the power to alter what you fear. Your dua can remove your struggles, open doors, and bring blessings you never expected. So why worry when you can call upon the most merciful? Look at the prophets. When Yunus was swallowed by the whale, he didn't sit in despair. He turned to Allah and said, there is no God but you. Glory be to you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. Surah Al-Anbiya 21:87. And what did Allah do? He rescued him. When Zakaria longed for a child, he did not lose hope. He made dua and Allah blessed him with Yahya. When the Prophet and his companions were in distress, they did not sit and worry. They turned to Allah and relief came. My brothers and sisters, dua is not just words. It is a direct connection with your Creator. It is the most powerful tool a believer has. Sometimes we think, but I've been making dua for so long and nothing has changed. But who told you nothing is changing? Every sincere dua is answered. Either Allah gives you what you asked for, He grants you something even better, or He removes a hardship from your path that you never even knew was coming. So don't let worry weaken you. Replace your overthinking with supplication. Cry to Allah before you cry to people. Whisper your concerns to Him before you let them consume your heart. Because the one who created you is the one who can solve your problems in ways you never imagined. Focus on today, not tomorrow. My beloved brothers and sisters, how many of us spend our days worrying about the future? We stress about things that haven't even happened yet, imagining all the what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. But tell me, who guaranteed you tomorrow? Who told you that worrying about the future will change anything? The Prophet taught us a powerful lesson. If you wake up in the morning safe in your home, healthy in your body, and with enough food for the day, it is as if you have the whole world. Dear Mehi, Subhanallah, if you are safe, if you are healthy, if you have food for today, why are you stressing about tomorrow? You already have everything you need at this moment. But Shaitan makes us forget this. He makes us think, what if I don't have enough tomorrow? What if something bad happens? And before we know it, we are drowning in anxiety over a future that may never come. My brothers and sisters, tomorrow is in Allah's hands, not yours. Your job is to do your best today and leave the rest to Him. Look at the birds. Do they store food for weeks? No. Every morning they wake up, they go out, and Allah provides for them. The Prophet said, if you relied upon Allah as He should be relied upon, you would be provided for. Like the birds, they go out in the morning hungry and return full. They don't worry about tomorrow, yet Allah takes care of them. And you, the best of His creation, do you think He will abandon you? How many times have we wasted today worrying about a future that never even happened? How many moments of joy have we missed because we were too busy stressing about something that Allah had already taken care of? Live in the present. Appreciate what you have now. The future will come when Allah wills, and when it does, He will provide you with what you need at that moment. So instead of saying, what if something bad happens tomorrow? Say, what can I do to please Allah today? Instead of fearing the unknown, focus on what is in front of you, do your best, and trust that Allah will handle the rest. Trust Allah. He knows what's best for you. My beloved brothers and sisters, how many times have we planned something, dreamed of something, prayed for something, only to see it slip away? And in that moment, we feel disappointed, even heartbroken. But later we realize that what we wanted so badly was not good for us. Allah had something better in store. Allah reminds us in the Quran, perhaps you dislike something but it is good for you, and perhaps you love something but it is bad for you. Allah knows while you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 221:6. Think about that for a moment. You and I only see what is in front of us. We think we know what is best for us, but our knowledge is limited, while Allah's knowledge is infinite. He sees the full picture, the past, the present, the future. He knows what will harm you, what will benefit you, and what will bring you closer to Him. So why not trust Him completely? Look at the life of Prophet Yusuf. His brothers threw him into a well, and for years he went through trial after trial, but every moment of his hardship was leading him to something greater, from a slave to a prisoner, and finally to a leader. Subhanallah, had Yusuf not gone through those difficulties, he would never have reached the position that Allah had prepared for him. Sometimes what we see as a setback is actually a setup for something better. That job you lost, maybe Allah saved you from a toxic environment. That relationship that ended, maybe Allah removed someone who would have hurt you. That opportunity that didn't work out, maybe Allah is preparing you for something far greater. You just have to trust Him. We cry over doors that close, but we don't realize that Allah is protecting us from something we cannot see. We beg for something, and when we don't get it, we think our dua was ignored. But no, every dua is answered. Either Allah gives you what you ask for, or He replaces it with something better, or He saves you from a hardship in return. Your role is not to question Allah's plan, it is to trust it. You were never meant to understand everything. You were meant to believe that the one who created you will never abandon you. So leave your affairs in His hands. When something doesn't go your way, say Alhamdulillah and keep moving forward. Because Allah does not take away except to give you something even better.